What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm just going in here to do a quail visit to check on my quail. Actually, these are the only ones you guys really remember. So, in this cage here, I have 4 quail right now. So, 3 hens and 1 male quail. Got a water system still back there. I moved it from this side to that side because of the sandbox that I set up over here that I don't know if you guys have seen yet. They've dug holes in it in places. And then the same feeder. I actually have 2 eggs back in here. Collect those. But yeah, so these are the same quail. They're doing fine. They're getting along just like they were, well, whenever the last video I put up was, a long time ago. And in here, these are actually, there are 50 quail in here. These are ones that I hatched this year. They like to get out. So these are 50, I think they're 6 weeks old now. Need to go out in the aviary soon. 2 feeders, just have my sand bath back there. And you can actually see their faces starting to turn colors between hens and the roosters. I got just 3 bottled waters here. This one I fill up every once in a while if they're super thirsty one day, if it's really hot. So we actually had, if you remember, there were 4 hens in here, but one of them, I forgot to film this, one of them was getting pecked on by all these in here were picking at the back of her head. Her head was all bloody. She was in this corner over there. So I picked her up and I set her in this cage here. The chips were all different, but set her in this cage here and got her back to health. I set her back in that cage and they were still picking at her. So I moved her out to the aviary and we'll go out there next. So now we're out here at the aviary. And here's a project I've been working on for a little over a year. All back here, I have a new cage back there actually that I built. All this back here was all weeds, and it still is. But I tilled it all up and planted native grasses. You can see some back there. Some native grasses, and some of them are coming up. Most of them is just weeds like this. So for the quail, when I release them, so that they can live just outside of their home. Oh, there's some. There's 3 birds there. Yeah, so I moved that 1 female out here, so now there's 4 females out here and 1 male. And you see I have a game camera set up here because a male and a female actually had started a nest back in here. I don't know. You can see some of the eggs. And they were sitting on them. They were incubating them. And I don't know what happened, but I think they might have stopped. Just got the feed and water there. Yeah, I think they might have stopped incubating them. And I don't know why, what happened. But I think they're done with that because I haven't seen them sitting on it for a good bit. We just have our brush pile here, some grasses, and they were really tall. They were all this tall, but then the wind and the rain and got them all knocked down. So here's this. There's a random corn plant. Don't know how it got in here. We'll go out to, or actually we'll go inside and I'll show you the baby chicks that I have. So inside there's week and a half old. There's 10 baby quail. We'll go check in on them. And actually, before we do that, here's that quail that had the back of her head all pecked up. You can see it was bald. Back of her head's bald there. And that's where they pecked all the feathers out and stuff. And it's healed up really well. It just needs to grow feathers back. So she's doing well. They haven't bothered her too much. And we'll go inside. So those there were the baby quail. So those are the 10 baby quail that hatched. Like I said, they're a week and a half old. It was the baby quail, and these videos are actually, I'm just looking at quail. They're not very interesting unless you're a really into it quail person. You love them and stuff. So here in the next couple days, I want to bring a new video to you guys about bees. So I've been experimenting with some honeybees and stuff lately, and I want to show you guys a video of them, and I'll show that in a couple weeks, maybe a week, I don't know. I'll give you a little sneak peek here. So that's the little honeybee.